Hi everyone. Today I'm going to introduce you to a great new note-taking tool called Logseq. So let's see what it is. So Logseq is a note-taking tool, and according to its own words, it is a privacy-first open source knowledge base. So the term here to note is knowledge base, and it is an outliner tool that works on top of local plain text markdown and org mode files. So, so what is it? It is a knowledge base which can be used to maintain your personal knowledge, which it can be used for your personal knowledge management. So, it is kind of an outline-based tool. It creates bullet points according to your notes. So you can start writing your notes here, and then you can expand on them with indented bullets, and you can keep on expanding. So the basic is pretty simple, but what it can actually do is amazing. Logseq comes in the category of bidirectional linking tools for thought kind of applications, which can be used to link your notes, link your thoughts. So what exactly are the features which Logseq has? So there are the features which are common to most of these linked note-taking tools, such as bidirectional linking. So what exactly is bidirectional linking? I'll create a new page. Let us say that I'm reading this article on Rome-Carsten, which explains a bit about Zettel-Carsten method in Rome Research. So what I'll do is I'll go to Logseq and create a new page with the title. This is the title of that page, and then I can start writing according to what I want. So what I can do here is that I can create the notes here. I can write down the big idea. So how exactly you can the bidirectional linking works is I can create a new line here that who is the author of this. I can say Henry. So inside these double squared brackets, I can write the name of the author. And what it does is it creates a new page for that thing. So if I click here, I'll be taken to a new page called Henry. And if you see this here, I have one linked reference which links me to the Rome-Carsten article, where it also shows me where it is linked up exactly. So this is what bidirectional linking actually is. So I can go back here. So how is that beneficial is that let's say that you read a lot of articles on different topics, and one day you stumble upon this page Henry. You know that he's an author, and then you'll see that you read you read some articles about him. This is about Rome-Carsten. So this creates a new thought in your mind. It has linked those two pages, Henry and Rome-Carsten article. And this is similar to how our thoughts work. When we think about something, we think about one thing, and suddenly we move from one thought to another thought to another. And it is very random. It does not follow any linear structure or anything. You can just move from anywhere to anywhere. And this is exactly what it does. So these note-taking applications, these have made it so simple to create a new page that you can link any kind of thought to any other thing. So let's say I'll take a new note that it explains the Zettel-Carsten method. So you can see that I've already taken a note on Zettel-Carsten somewhere. So I'll click on this. It simply adds it. It explains the Zettel-Carsten method in Rome Research. Okay. So we have it now. So I can click on Zettel-Carsten, and see all those linked references. And in case I want to expand more on Zettelkasten, I can go back to these articles, see what the notes were which I took, and then I could just expand it, right? And similarly, I can go back to the previous article, go to the Rome research page, and write more about Rome. Like, it is a note-taking tool. So let's say that I make it a page. Okay. So I can make note-taking tool a new page. I can go there. What else can I do? I can create a new page called Logseq, and then I can also write here that it is a note-taking tool. Right? Now, if I go to note-taking tool now, we can see that I have linked two tools here, two pages here, Rome Research and Logseq. So let's say that there was 5 years ago, I tried a new application, a new note-taking tool, which was fun. I tried it for a few days. I added it in my notes, but then I forgot about it. And then after 5 years, now when I visit this note-taking tool page, I can see all the note-taking tools that I had used somewhere. And then I can see which pages are linked, and I can just visit them. So you can see that these are the insights that just amazingly appear out of nowhere. You did not ask them to appear, but they still appear. Okay. And other than that, we have blocks. So each of these bullets is a block in Logseq or any other such note-taking tools. So what you do is you can create new blocks here. So let's say this bullet is a block. So I can add some text. I can also make my text bold using the markdown syntax. So it makes it bold, and if I want to expand it in the same block, I can use Shift, Enter, and then I can keep on expanding. And there are also several other things that I can do. I can add a link, I can add an image, I can upload an image, and all these headings and all. There's a lot that we can do. There's a lot that we can do here. And then yes, we can create infinite long children block, infinite nested D blocks. So let's say I can add text here, then some more text, and then I can keep on adding. There is no limit to it, and this is how a lot of things you can take notes when you want to expand on something. For example, you can just take the outlines of this article here, and then when you want to expand on it, you can just create children blocks and keep on expanding in the indented blocks. Then we have block references and graph. Block references is nothing but when you want to refer a page, you use the square brackets and then you refer Logseq here. Right? Similarly, you can even refer a single block of a page. So I can refer to this block as well and use these parentheses and add some text. So now I have linked this block to this text. Now I can zoom. If I click on it, I'm zoomed into that exact block. So inside note-taking tool, I am inside this block which says add some more text. And go back. I can keep on expanding. I can keep on zooming on these blocks. So if I click here, I go to this exact block. This is pretty amazing if you want to expand on your thoughts later on, if you want to expand on your notes, if you want to create better notes. And also we have graphs in most of these applications. If I show you my graph, it looks something like this. So you can see this big page here which links to a lot of small nodes. Similarly, this big node here, and it links to a lot of other such nodes. Similarly, this, if we expand on it, you can also see these small lines going from how to rest well to newsletter to how to relax well. Okay. So how to rest well is a main thought which is linked to an article which I read. So I took some notes on this article on how to relax, rest and recover, and then I expanded them and took in some ideas from them and wrote exactly how to write well and move this graph. So this actually is just to look at your knowledge graph, how it looks like, but it is not very, you cannot see anything if you do not have a lot of nodes. So you do not need to look at your graph at least until you have some 20 to 30 nodes you have. Then there are some features which are specific to Logseq. Some of them include queries. Using queries, you can find out some specific blocks or specific nodes which answer those queries. This will be answered, this is more advanced and will be answered in the next few videos. And then we have task management options built in. So what exactly is this is you can press the / command and say that you have new to do. So let's say make a YouTube video. So now this is my to do. So this is made so simple with Room and Logseq that you do not have to do anything and just type a command. I can also say that record a video, and it is done. Similarly, I can just click here and change it to done. So this makes it so simple to create task management, to manage your tasks, but which is not feasible in other such applications. Then we also have templates. In templates, you can create a new page as a template, and then you can keep reusing that for your next new nodes. For example, I have a template for taking notes, and if I open it, I've created a page called new note, and then I can add some properties. Let's say I create a new block called properties. Inside it, date when I took this note and the author of the book or the article which I read. So I can make this as a template by right clicking on this block, this bullet, and then I can make it a template. I can name it new note. Submit. Now it is a new template. So let's say that I create another new page, and then I go there and then I enter the command template and I can insert the new note here, right? So you can see this block has been added automatically, and I can just fill out these properties with today and author named anyone, which can also be linked, right? Other than the templates, of the thing that I love the most about Logseq is that it is open source. This means that you can build upon it. You can contribute to Logseq yourself if you can. You can do programming or designing or any other thing that can help advance Logseq. And this means that you can also create plugins on your own. You can edit what you want, and you can improve upon it. And this also means that it is not going to die unlike small other note-taking tools which have a small team and do not have a lot of funding. And since it is open source, the code is available to everyone who wants to see it. And so at least if you want, you can keep it running yourself if you want to keep using it. And there's another thing that is one of the most important is that it uses markdown format or the org-roam format for data storage. So what exactly markdown format is, if you're not a programmer, is that it is very simple text-based format. So if I show you this page itself in markdown, just a minute. So I've exported this page in markdown format, and then I can see that all of this is actually just text, nothing else, right? And I can, if I want, I can move it to any other note-taking tool, any other tool that supports markdown. There are a lot of other tools which can import markdown notes. This also means that there is no data lock-in. So even if you write your notes in Logseq, you are free to download your notes at any point of time. You can export all your notes from Logseq and you can port them to any other software as well. This is not possible in many other software which have proprietary database formats, and where you cannot just move your notes from that note-taking tool to any other tool. And it also lets you store your data wherever you want. Right? So you can do a lot of things. You can store your data on GitHub or on cloud-based storage such as Google Drive or Dropbox. You can also store all your notes on your own PC as well. So everything is on your own device. Nothing is sent anywhere. And you can just open the same notes in any other tool as well. So if I show you a demo, if you open logseq.com in your browser, I can open a new local folder. So it has created a new page with today's date. It is called a journal, and you can take new notes here. These notes are not being saved, they are just being saved in your browser. But if you want to save them, you can open a local folder without logging in. So you can create a new folder called Logseq Notes, and so it has created a new page here. So the home page consists of your daily note or daily journal, and then you can start writing whatever you want. Read the new book name by author name. So you can journal your everyday, and if I show you how it's being stored, so this is the folder which I used. So it has created 3 new folders called journals, Logseq, and pages. So Logseq consists of the some settings which are being used by Logseq, and then journals. It consists of your daily notes of your days and everything. So this is the markdown format, and you can open this with any text editor that you want, and you can yourself write any note. And then you can save it and close. And there's also pages for the pages that you create from this. So if I go to book name, I can take a new note, and then if I go back to this, you can see there's a new note called book name, and again simple text-based markdown format. Everything is in markdown. What are the benefits of using such tools for thought? So you can link your thoughts, you can link whatever comes to your mind, and you can link those pages, link those thoughts. And it's similar to how our own thoughts work. We have one thought here, and then we can go from here to here at any point of time. You can just, all those thoughts are just random. We go from one thought to another thought at just an instant. Similarly, you can write one thought of yours at one place, and then you can link that thought to any other thing that you want. And since you are linking your thoughts, you are also gaining insights at different points of time. So if I'm going to a new page, I can see who all has referred to that note, and I mean that can be revealing many times. Some notes that I must have forgotten some time ago, I can again regain that insight somehow. And since those are linked, you can just go to that place at any point of time. Then you can use those notes to distill and improve your insights, and you are already creating connections between different domains. And what are the different alternatives to Logseq? We have Rome Research, which kind of brought this revolution of linked note-taking tools. And it has a lot of a very big user base. A lot of people are using it. But a big disadvantage of it is it has a proprietary database and it has very steep pricing as well. Then Obsidian is also not open source, but it also uses markdown files. So your notes are again yours, and all of those are stored on your own local device. And it is free to use for almost all the purposes, but you can also pay for a few extra features. And Obsidian also can be used to Obsidian also supports different plugins, so you can create your own plugins to support your your own note-taking framework. Then Athens Research is an open source alternative to Rome Research, very similar to Rome Research, but absolutely free to use, and it is also open source. Then Remnote is also an outline-based note-taking tool, quite similar but not exactly the same. And TiddlyWiki is the oldest of all of these, and it is kind of like Wikipedia. You can create your own wiki pages and link those stuffs. And it is also open source. Your notes are stored on your own device. And one of the biggest advantages of using TiddlyWiki is that you can program TiddlyWiki according to your own self. So if you know programming, you can try to use TiddlyWiki as well. So you can start using Logseq whenever you want. You can create new journals every day, link those to different pages, and there would be one advice would be to create some notes before after you think of organizing with some framework. There are a lot of frameworks available on the web which can be used to organize your notes, such as Para, PTV, and all of that. But you should create some notes, probably 20 to 30, before you think about organizing, because this is very common with all of us. We start organizing things, we start thinking how do we want to create notes and all of that, but that is not at all important when you are just beginning. And then do not try to beautify your graph or files. It is very common to look at the graph and see that it is not looking very good. But do not look at your graph for a very long period of time until you have 30, 40 notes and you have linked a lot of them. Only then it starts to gain your graph has some value. Other than that, if you have only 4 or 5 notes, a graph does not provide any value at all. Okay, thank you for watching it. I hope you try Logseq and let me know how it goes for you in the comments.